The Gigantic Adventures of Jeff and Simon is a family-friendly actual play podcast using the Suited RPG system by Escapebox Games. It's a story about a mouse and a pigeon on a fantastic adventure that's light-hearted, silly, and fun for everyone. Enjoy!
The worst thing that you could call Simon is ponderous. He's like a whale, you know.
I've forgotten his voice. Did I actually do a voice? I think I kind of tried to do a voice. I did a Jules version of a voice.
Yeah,
it was your voice, but slower.
Yeah, it was Jules slowed down.
Yeah, cool.
It was like, you know, Dory from Finding Nemo? Speaking whale.
I wish I could speak.
Yeah, that.
Welcome to the Gigantic Adventures of Jeff and Simon.
And then, Brad, if you could speed that up to make it the normal speed of speech. So slowing me down would get me to whale, speed it up by that much, so we get to hear, welcome to the...
I'm absolutely...
Yeah, fine, say them on.
I'm going to do that for sure.
Welcome to the Gigantic Adventures of Jeff and Simon.
Yeah, in case anyone didn't understand what Jules just said, welcome to the Gigantic Adventures of Jeff and Simon.
How could you not?
I am Game Master, GM Brad, and I'm joined by Jules Burgesser as Simon the Pigeon.
Yeah, not Simon the Whale. Simon.
And...
Quail the Pigeon.
Quail.
That's what his last name is. Nobody asked him what his last name was. There was an entire thing about Jeffrey Montclair, but nobody asked what Simon's last name was. His last name is Quail.
It's about Simon.
Is Jeffrey Montclair
No, wasn't the
E is silent, mate.
Oh, the is silent.
Yeah, but if you didn't write it down, how would you know not to pronounce it?
And I'm also joined by Oliver Scripps as Jeffrey Montclair, the mouse.
I mean, that's not how you say his name, Brad.
Well, you corrected the mayor last time in great detail. You had a whole couple minutes of back and forward trying to make sure the mayor Grimp the Toad could pronounce your name.
Go on.
And Jeffrey Montclair.
I love Grim.
It would be so cute if I was not pretending that I don't remember what happened last time, but I don't.
Well, the problem is, A, it's been quite a long time since we recorded that, and B, your connection kept cutting in and out, so we kind of had to piece together what was happening.
It was actually quite funny. I was looking at my notes today, and I was like, there's a giant note with 23 minutes. Oliver froze for ages. I actually wrote that down. So I'm like, cool, there's just
That's real smart of you.
Grimp, Oliver froze, and then...
Good work, Jules, on that note.
Yeah, Prickleton and Grimp, though. So I'm assuming Prickleton is where we are, and Grimp is the toad guy. And I know I tried to drown instead of getting a bucket of water.
Yeah, so last time you guys arrived in the small pond-side town of Prickleton, where, yes, there was a building that exploded and caught ablaze, and you and the two of you helped the townsfolk to put it out. Well, you tried to. Jeff joined a sort of bucket train of mice, and Simon tried to carry a big bucket full of water scooping up water from the pond, and nosedived into it instead.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, after it was put out, Simon and a squirrel called Graham was like, "Hey, I'm Graham the Squirrel. How's it going, you guys?"
That explains that note.
I have like a half a memory of that. I have like a repressed childhood memory of that happening.
Simon and Graham went into the formerly burning building to investigate to see if anyone was harmed. And Jeff had a conversation with the mayor, and Grimp, the mayor, asked if he could please take a closer look at Jeff's fascinating shield, and Jeff said no.
It sounds like him.
So with this episode, it was so funny. I was expecting you to be like, okay, and you were just like, nah, and walked away.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, come on now. You left the door open for one of two options. Okay.
Yeah. So, we will begin this episode with Simon and Graham the Squirrel as they enter Farrator's lab, which is this building that has exploded. So as you guys walked in, you noticed immediately that everything is very badly scorched for obvious reasons. But you can identify there's a couple of tables with some tools and some like broken bits of metallic machinery. There's also what looks like maybe it was a place for sleeping. But there's little else to suggest that there's anyone there, like or there was anyone before the fire. It looks like no one was like currently using this as a place to live.
Simon says, "Well, this doesn't have any clues."
Make me a diamond flip.
Ace of diamonds.
Ace of diamonds, nice. It's not a nice number. It's a 1.
But at least
plus add your diamond stat and anything that you have that might help you with investigating or searching for information.
Yeah, I have a 2 in searching, so that'll help. And my diamond stat's 6, so 8 plus 1, 9.
How does Simon have a 6 diamond stat? He's dumb.
It was a surprise to me. He's not dumb. He's ponderous.
Yeah,
he's not
a
dumb.
river is wise if you think about it.
He's gullible. He's super gullible. He believes people when they tell him things. And
but I think that gets
he
through
trusts
to the end.
he trusts in surface level information. So it's not that he's dumb. He's actually kind of smart, but he just doesn't think to delve deeper a lot of the time. That's his problem.
Okay, I like that. So you got a total of 9.
Yeah.
And since it was a diamond flip and you got a diamond suit, you also get so that's 9's enough to succeed, and you also get a beneficial result in that you find something amongst all the scorched things and broken bits of metallic machinery. You just happen to notice something quite shiny, and it's about the size of a seed.
I pick it.
All right.
It's his automatic reaction. He always goes,
yeah.
First.
So you go over to this metallic seed-like thing, and as you pick it, you notice that 2 glowing like LEDs light up on the face of it, and they're sort of expressive, kind of like eyes.
I cock my head a couple of different ways at it, like pigeons do, and sort of turn and look at it with this eye and then that eye, and then yeah.
Graham says, What have you found? And comes over to have a look.
Some kind of seed with eyes. I don't think I can eat it.
You notice that it has underneath the eyes, where like if it were a face, where there would be like a mouth, instead is just like an engraving that looks like the flowering vine symbol that's on your armor and Jeff's shield.
I reach for it with my pigeon toes, as we have already discussed I have. Okay.
So you grab it? Do you try and pick it up?
I grab it and
Okay, this sort of robotic voice comes out of it and says, "My name is Cash." And it repeats, "My name is Cash."
And Simon, just because surface information, he's like, Hello, Cash.
My name is Cash.
I'm Simon. What?
The eyes sort of like move up and down to study you from its vantage point of being held in your talons.
Yeah.
And you can tell its eyes met your breastplate, and then says, "My name is Cash. The creator wants to meet you. My name is Cash.
Who is your creator?
My name is Cash." I don't know what this means.
I press it to the breastplate, noticing that it looks the same. I go, ooh, look, matches, snap, and press it.
Yeah, it just goes dink, dink, dink as you sort of tap it against your breastplate because it's metal on metal.
Fair.
Dink, dink.
My
name is Cash.
And I turn around and I look for Jeff because I need more information.
Yeah, Jeff's outside.
Yeah.
Jeff, what are you doing while Simon and Graham went into the formerly burning log?
I believe I was mid-somersault.
Yeah, I think after you dismissed very rudely Grimp the Mayor, you were just flipping about. Just trying to make a spectacle of yourself.
Generally flipping. Well, not making a spectacle, obviously, but just, showing my prowess through vigor.
Okay, make a spades flip let's see how impressive this flipping about is.
That's a 6. I got 6 of hearts.
Okay. Plus your spades, plus anything else you think might go into...
4, and for sure swashbuckling.
Is flipping about swashbuckling? I guess it was. I guess it would be.
Flipping about is swashbuckling.
Yeah, showy flipping about.
He's got a cutlass,
Yeah. Okay. That's.
I would also would love to retcon, or let's fold on at some point. I think that Jeffrey much more suits a cutlass than a rapier.
Okay. Well, now's the time to retcon, so we'll do that. You now have a cutlass.
Yeah. I just really feel like, he's a cutlassy kind of guy, and I was having a lot of trouble getting to grips with the character before I realised that he was a cutlassy guy. Okay,
that's fine. I don't mind. Cool. So yeah, that's a good enough flip to flip around and not make a fool of yourself.
Cool. So Jeff lands not ungracefully, but sort of not great, and walks swaggerously up to the wee beastie and dusts it off with his coat and with the glowy eyes.
So you
walk up to Simon with the seed. By the way, Simon's had to hop to come see you because he's holding it in one of his toes. So he's like,
yeah. So Jeff beats the dust off of Simon's face with an inexplicably procured scarf, and then does the same but more roughly with the pinioned wee thing.
Simon, as a partial magician, can't help but marvel in where the scarf came from and is slightly distracted for a second.
Did Jeff come into the building, or did Simon and Graham come out?
I think that Jeff flipped into the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it was pretty cool.
Yeah, so Graham is just standing just with you guys and just gestures to the seed and says, "I've never seen anything like that before."
It says, "My name is Cash."
My name is Cash.
Yeah, like that.
His name is Cash.
Apparently.
The creator wants to meet you. My name is Cash. I don't know.
The creator wants to meet us. His name's Cash.
Something about creator after it saw my breastplate.
That was just me.
Maybe he's talking about Farrator. I mean, this is his lab. Maybe he made this thing.
Did he give me the breastplate too?
I don't know.
Well,
didn't you guys just come to town?
Jeffrey sidles over with a swagger, and and says, "And who are you, bucko?"
I'm Graham. Nice to meet
Graham.
Nice to meet you again. I guess. Holds out his squirrel hand to you.
Unbeknownst to you, Jeffrey has had a bit of a knock to the head, and is frankly pretty tired, and is having trouble. Okay.
To be fair, I didn't know I could talk to squirrels this morning either. But this breastplate's pretty cool.
Well, everyone here in the Greatwood can talk. Are you not from the Greatwood?
Oh, no.
Where are you from?
Far away. We had to deliver a letter.
So, are you like a postman or something?
It was my only letter.
We got an owl who delivers letters to Prickleton.
I wouldn't know where to find the person who gave me the letter again. So, I'm not sure. Anyway, this seems very strange.
Yeah, I don't really know why you're here, but I might go.
Thank you for your time, Graham. You've been most helpful.
Yeah, you too. Same to you. And you, little mouse.
Jeffrey is quietly flexing. Just really having a little look at himself.
Graham, awkwardly makes his way out. He backs out, he doesn't want to take his eyes off you guys, because he's just realised that maybe you're weird.
No, Simon's got +2 effortless charm. He wants to make sure he sends him off well. He, does a little
bow.
That's good.
Okay, flip.
Not great.
I'd like to say...
real bad. A 2 of spades bad.
In the background, Jeff is doing press-ups with his +2 macho.
Okay, and clubs?
9, bitch.
Flip. 9.
But isn't that the opposite to... Oh, no, it's the same. It's 2. 9 becomes a 10. It was 9.
9 +2 clubs.
Oh, +2 clubs. My apologies.
Plus 1 macho. So, yeah. 12. Yeah, you do a couple of push-ups, and it's pretty macho.
Yeah.
Whereas I got an 8 with my 4 hearts, 2 effortless charm, and 2.
Yeah, Graham just goes, I'll see you around.
Simon
and
still thinks he's real charming, so he's pretty chuffed with himself.
My name is Cash.
Do you have any ideas, Jeff?
The creator wants to meet you. Darkleaf! And then the eyes just sort of dart back and forward between the two of you, like these LED eyes just looking at you, then looking at you, then looking at you, then looking at you.
I pick the eye out of frustration.
The eyes, take a shape of, angry eyebrows.
Jeffrey taps the side with his cutlass.
Dink, dink, dink. It's just a solid steel thing the size of a seed.
Simon wants to investigate it for, cracks or, if it opens somehow. So, is there, a button to press or, I don't know, something?
Yeah, you examine it, flip it around with your talons, and it looks like it's pretty seamless. Maybe it looks like it might even be made of one solid thing. Okay.
Then Simon wants to have a look around and see if there's anything that it looks like it could have come from or be put into or on. Is it part of something? You know?
Yeah, you look around and you can't see any sign of anything even like this apart from little broken bits of metal presumably from other experiments and things.
Okay. I'm going to go back to Grump.
Okay, so you leave here and try and find him?
I guess so, because I don't know what else to do here. So, go back to Grump.
Okay, cool. So you leave Farrator's lab, and you just, look around town for a bit? Do you ask around, or do you just wander and try and see if there's a logical place you might find him?
Didn't we come from like a town halls kind of situation?
No, you ran straight into the town when you saw it, the lab explode, and you went basically. Your arrival in town was at the same time as the explosion.
Okay, cool. So yeah, okay. So Simon's asking people then, if they would know where they would find Grim, where he.
Okay. Yeah, make a heart flip with your charm.
That's an 8 of diamonds, plus my charm, plus my heart. So that's 16. 16
with a negative repercussion.
Yeah.
Cool. That is plenty to charm people into telling you what you want to know. And they all tell you that Grimp will probably be at the town hall, and they explain that the town hall is a hollowed out giant toadstool, and they point at it on the other side of the pond. But they all whisper sort of what you can't hear, but you get the impression that they're whispering like bad things about you.
Well, to be honest, I did try and drown while carrying a bucket, so Simon's just assuming that they're not impressed yet and is determined to impress. So that's fine. Simon nods to himself and sets off with his beak high in the air.
His beak held high.
Searching for the toadstool.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it from where they point it. It's just on the other side of the pond.
Cool. I go there.
So, you can walk around or fly over.
My wings a bit. How are my wings feeling? By the way, did you like that I put wings on?
Yeah, in the video you got wings. Your wings, Simon's wings feel fine. Like you feel like you could be up to flying.
All right.
Do they look a little bit like the Fly My Pretties?
Yes. Jeff, what are you doing when Simon's getting information out of the people?
I have genuinely no idea.
Okay.
Yes. So.
Cool. So Simon gestures to Jeff, who seems to be looking at the sky and wandering around and not really staying on task, and says, Jeff, and he really gives it a good go this time. Jeffrey Monclair. Would you like to board? I figure we'll go for a hop over the pond. Cool. So Simon picks him up and carries him over the pond.
Okay.
With his other hand, so he's like one hand on the stony thing and one hand on Jeff.
Okay, make me a spade flip with your fly skill.
That's a queen of diamonds, plus my 4, plus my aerobatics.
Yep, and fly. Yep, you like a boss. You take air and then zip across the surface of this pond like an absolute pro, like you didn't just nosedive into it moments before.
Yeah. I'm such a pro that what I'm doing is skimming just low enough to get like water splashing up slightly in the hopes that Jeff will like kind of restart with a bit of fresh water in the face. You know? Like just sort of splashing him into awakeness.
Oh, like, and cinematically, the like droplets of water are catching the sun as they flick up and up and up, and like you're creating this like jet stream effect behind you of splashing water, and it looks very, very cool, creating a tiny rainbow as well behind you.
Oh, tiny rainbow!
Okay. Yeah, that's what I did.
Also very, very femme forward, which is nice.
And you land safely right in front of Grimp's town hall office, the giant toadstool.
I deposit I deposit Jeff gently on the ground, and sort of try and wink. Not really sure if a pigeon can wink because you can only probably see one of the pigeon's eyes at one time, so he might just be blinking. But he does try and wink at you, and then waddles towards the toadstool as best he can with the seed still in his foot.
I love it. There's no door on it. It's just like an open archway. just carved into it. And you go in, and it looks like looks like an office / home. There's like a desk with little teeny tiny papers and things stacked on it. Little toad business office area, and a bed, and like a table and chairs and things like that.
When he sticks, that's frogs, isn't it? I was like, when he sticks like notes to the wall, does he just grab it with his tongue and just like deposit it on the wall, like, you know, and then like, yeah, but that's frogs. Anyway.
And Grimp is in there. Looks like he's only just arrived as well, so like, he's not actually doing anything at the moment. He's like settling back in.
Cool.
And he senses you come in. He turns to go, hello, new friend. I didn't actually get your name. I don't believe I did.
Why, hello, Grimp. My name is Simon.
Oh, Simon. Well, thank you for all of your help back there with the laboratory.
Well, to be fair, we didn't do much. More gigantic adventures coming soon when Jeff and Simon return.